Toymaker's house. Right, we're not doing any side quests at this point anymore. We're doing the main quest until we get to the end. Unless there's some kind of major area still left, which I doubt.
You're positively haunting me with your presence of late. Something I can help you with?
Say that you found Lord Arhu. He was being held captive by Linder Kim, but now he has sent you here so that you can learn how to traverse the path of blood.
Held captive? By Kim? Are you certain?
Refer to the source amulet Arhu mentioned. Only the Keeper could have known about it.
Then I was right to sequester myself here with my puppets. Trusting people is a folly. But it seems that you are to enter the tomb of the divine. And I am to help you get there. So be it. In order to pass the first chamber, you'll need an amulet that's charged with source. 5 souls worth, to be precise. Here, take this amulet and fill it with source. When you've done that, return to me and I'll tell you what must be done next. You must wear the amulet as you consume source. The excess power will be siphoned into it until it is full. Good luck. You may need it.
Charm Scroll. Painting of Pollution. I'd really like to know what he has upstairs. Actually, there's no reason not to. We do have permission to open the door. Shrine to Lucian.
Papa's permission granted. You may pass, friend, and...
The puppet's words choke off. It spasms and flares with source. Then it is still once more, and a different voice emerges from within.
You have hampered me long enough. This place will be your tomb, the only one you shall enter.
Bewitch the Muppets. Diminuted charm, terrified, taunted, sleeping mad. There seem to be at least a couple of different types. They all have the same stats though. Okay. Energy, magical attacks would work better, but I don't see a major difference. Don't think we should wait for them to do whatever they want to do. Maybe buff our own defense a little bit. Guardian Angel. Allies in melee range redirect 50% or receive damage to you. Do I want to do anything else? Probably putting her to have better shields since I'm going to be a magnet for trouble. tried to destroy Ooze Barrel, failed miserably. The rest of you delay your turns. Weren't really delaying anymore, but delay your turn. Can't really do much anymore, and so we might as well buff it as much as possible. Who's next? Now we can get a single attack, but at least a couple of enemies we should get with this. We can't quite kill them, someone else can finish them off. Still, they did it the wrong way again. Was supposed to use the adrenaline, but whatever. And I missed the other one. God damn son of a bitch. I want to use this. Give the extra action point to someone else. Like yourself. One of you is next. Kim. I think we should do basically fairly straightforward attacks at this point. Particular attacks. Probably good enough. I might not be able to get them on this guy, but the next guy can do it. Yeah. We're doing fairly well in the defensive front, so I don't think I need to do a goddamn thing really. Healing my own ass wouldn't be a horrible idea though. Guardian Angel is still active after all. I'm sort of eager to let them do whatever they want to do. They seem to have a plan. The AI might follow it with multiple guys. But I don't think they have the abilities to throw the big spells anymore. At least or the cooldown is in effect. Either way, I can probably disable one of them at least. He's so close that the fighters can kill him. Probably not close enough to actually do any damage to him. Still have the enrage on. Can easily kill him. Right. A good easy way to get the necessary source, I think. Replenished source.
My amulet is glowing with source. My amulet is already brimming with source. It cannot contain more.
Virtue token. Assuming this will bestow a source point upon you. Puppet beads. I wonder if a source orb of a virtue or a virtue token needs to be used with a voodoo doll. Because it seems like you sort of need source. Assuming you can do it. I would assume there is a way to do it though. I'm gonna try both options. We have an inert voodoo doll somewhere. Right. The source orb wouldn't be all that valuable to me. We have plenty of those. But the other orbs are a bit too valuable. There's no consuming this will best. There's no cost to consuming this, so proper use. I think you could get away with quite a bit. You have two ways of doing this. Polymorph is one to reduce the source cost to nothing for a few turns. Not sure what the actual limit is. For 2 turns. All primary attributes increase by 5, and the cost of all source skills is modified by 3 source points, so they're basically free. Primary attribute boost. For 2 action points, 1 if you use a T before this. If you have so for 1 action point, you can cast your big source spells without any limit, and you can get rid of the cooldown with this with a single action point. So you could cast at least 2 meteor showers, for example. Maybe more if you build your character right. So this is a type of character I would want to play, I think. Somewhere where it might normally not be all that special, but if you really put your mind to it and you start to stack this shit up, you can achieve miracles in these fights. The extra reduction would come from the elemental affinity, I think. Depending on the surface you use, the same elemental using spells will cost less action points.
Spotted something.
The fuck? Oh, so you can just climb in there. Right, still, job's done. And I don't want to go stealing.
Daddy's going to fix you right up. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters. Greetings. I trust that the item I gave you is having the desired effect.
Yeah, tell him that a dark entity called the God King possesses puppets and uses them to attack you.
What? There must be some mistake. They're just toys now. They wouldn't hurt a fly, unless I wanted them to. I'll look into the matter. A misunderstanding, I'm sure.
Okay, say that the amulet is charged. What to do next?
Fully charged, you say? That would mean that 5 souls have been... actually, I'd rather not dwell on exactly how you charged the device. On to the next matter. You'll need the Scroll of Atonement. It's locked in my desk on the 2nd floor. The password is Giora. When you have both the charged amulet and the scroll, go to the Path of Blood. On the left side of the chamber, on a pillar near Lucian's statue, you should see a hidden mechanism. It will clear the way. Good luck. You may need it. I think you might be
So
my favorite.
you can either go directly up and get the amulet charged, or you can charge it somewhere else and then still have the fight here. Where exactly is the desk you're referring to? Well, isn't it not like there's anyone here to see what we're taking, is there? It's a lock thing, though. Otherwise, what would be the point of a password?
The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you. Beneath this sits a framed square of blank parchment.
Stare intently at the parchment.
The parchment stares back. The desk is locked tight. Instead of a keyhole, there's a gilded inlay that bears an engraving. It was all for you.
Parchment.
Beneath it, you take a nearby quill and dip it into an inkwell. Then you poise its tip over the framed square of parchment. The ink is absorbed into the parchment until it vanishes. Somewhere within the desk, a mechanism unlocks with a click.
Scroll of Atonement. Scratch into moth wing parchment with snake venom. This is the fabled Scroll of Atonement. With this scroll, your sins can be absolved in the eyes of the divine. Let's give all of this crap to the Red Prince. And decide what to do with it later. It's a decent wand, but again, not exactly in the way we want it to be. Finesse breeches of meh and shoes of superstition. Weaker than what we have, mostly supporting things that we don't care about. Wonderful. On the positive side, the fact that there's anything interesting here means that we can proceed faster in the actual quest. Need to talk to Arhu again. I think he reset that he has something extra for me now. We are not at full source though. That's no good. We can probably get some source there. As long as it's close to a teleportation location, that's the important part. I might have feasted on everything. Heart? No, I don't think so. Can't feast these. I must have tried to feast on them then. Alright. Definitely avoid walking here. Ah.
Eyes sharp, Paladin. The Grandmaster's
Looks like we
clear.
might never get the level 20 weapon, 200 weapon. I'm gonna check one more
Come here,
time,
girl.
but that'll be it.
God Woken, you return.
Ask him to explain how to use the amulet and the scroll of atonement.
Put the amulet on and charge it up by consuming Source. Once it's got 5 charges in it, it'll be ready to go. Bring the amulet and the scroll to the Path of Blood. By the statue of Lucian, there is a hidden mechanism. Set the fully charged amulet in the hidden receptacle, then read from the scroll.
What about beyond the Path of Blood?
Many obstacles lie between the Path of Blood and the resting place of the Divine. I can only help with one, the Death Room. It is a room of many levers. 5 will lead you closer to your goal. The rest will lead you to your death. Each lever is named for a virtue of the Divine. Find the levers whose initials spell the word power. Select these 5 and these alone.
Is that it?
Eyes sharp, Paladin. The Grandmaster's chamber.
Maybe I should buy this. I wouldn't get the +3 strength. No, it doesn't work because you get a percentage bonus to the weapon too. That's the big deal. Then the strength again for extra percent bonuses to damage. So you need a level 20 200 weapon that has to have a rune slot in. That's apparently too much to ask. Ah, shit! I'll save here and go look for it. If we can't find it, I'll just load. I think there might have been a shopkeeper in the refugee village, settlement, whatever. Pilgrim camp. Not refugees.
Awful. Hopefully Lucian will grant me
Ocean seller.
in need of something, traveller. If the harbour's anything to go by, you don't want
Finesse
to venture out
11.
unprepared.
Intelligence 3. Not exactly what we're looking for though. I need weapons. Okay, say that you found the little girl she mentioned previously. She's alive and well.
Ah, well, I'm very glad to hear it. I can't help but feel bad for children these days. It's a hell of a world they'll be inheriting from us.
Keep strong. Lucian will preserve you.
Don't recall any other traders here. A wealthy pilgrim. Right. There was a group of sellers here, group of there, and I think that's it. Michael Ross's estate also had someone. Most of them won't even sell weapons though.
Come out, come out.
My friend here has taste. Care to trade, friend?
It sounds banal, but I feel better when the air's filled with song. Maybe the sun
Wrong
really
type of
does
weapons,
shine a
but
little brighter
this
than
actually
others.
has weapons. Might have been the things I've sold hit to him though.
Do not forget this blessed day. The reasons why we pause. Craig sure knows how to carry a tune. The only talent I've got is selling high-priced trinkets to
I think this is again things I've sold to him.
fine, upstanding customers like yourself.
Oh, hi. Again.
I'm willing to bet this is pretty much the
She
same.
responds with a
Take you away from the cathedral then.
The man glowers from under his hood. You can't see his eyes, but you know they are trained on you.
They call you a slayer of giants. If you strike from the shadows as effectively as you're worthier than any of pilgrims, revelers, with every...
Yeah, it doesn't look good. There might be other sellers that I can't really think of right now, but I can't think about them. I'm certainly not gonna go randomly look for them either.
Now that you're all done, why don't you just skip
Yeah, they just don't have anything new. Well, we do have the weapon that strikes through armor. It will have a lesser damage value, but
I serve all who seek aid, ma'am. As I promised,
I wonder how
miracles
useful
and a modest
even
profit.
then it would still be.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud.
We could
Do you think the
make a
paladins
weapon,
would do
and
to
it
us if we
might
heard
even
you
have a
going on
rune
like
slot
that?
randomly, but it would then
Marcus
lack
is still
all
a free
the
city, last time I checked.
stats, so
Bodies
it
in
would
the
still be
streets?
lackluster
This
in
place
other
isn't
ways.
free, not anymore.
But that could be done. I don't know if it actually has any chance of have a rune slot though. But I'll still check this shop. Previously it didn't sell anything useful, but someone said that this place should sell pretty much everything.
Hmm? Oh, yes, welcome back. You need a hand with anything? Let me know.
Okay, keep the coup. Tell him you suspect he's keeping good stuff from you. Ask him why.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything we have is on the shelves.
I want to only see your best stuff.
Oh, alright, you can have a look. I'm not planning on sticking around. So what difference does it make?
Sacred anymore. Or safe.
At least he's selling something now.
They kicked me out. I'm lucky.
Yeah, I'm not still seeing anything particularly interesting though.
Breath now if I was in the garden.
I guess I still it means the legendary rings. Shrug. I mean, it's +1 3 different skills, +1 2 different skills, +1 3 different skills, +1 3 different skills. It's just spread out so all over the place. They're almost entirely useless to most of us.
Take care of yourself.
Right, since we're here, we're also gonna take a look at the wedding cake. And I think that's pretty much a wrap as far as the extra areas are concerned. We have what we have and it has to see us to the end.
They're alive, and they look hostile. Time to play.
They will self-destruct themselves on me. What's the resistance is? Easy on the fire, I guess. Yeah, pretty much anything will destroy them. I think that was outside of the fight, so it just exploded. Who is that? I need to... Alright, that one needs to die immediately. We can use that. Ooh, this will probably kill most of them.
What is happening out here? Haven't we seen enough tragedy today?
Tell him about the ambush and ask where the cake came from.
He considers the wreckage surrounding the ex-cake. Understanding dawns.
That cake, it came from the doctor, with a letter of congratulation. It was truly a magnificent sight, but the wedding was cut short before we could even slice it. Voidwoken, sabotage, bad cake. You'd think someone had it in for our little lady. Can't say I blame you. I don't want to appear disloyal, but as dwarven weddings go, this one had a tad more blood than usual. A tad.
So, handwritten note. The happy couple upon this special occasion, though unmatched by the bride's own sweetness, may I offer this confection as a symbol of the sugared desire on which new love glides. May you enjoy each rich bite, and the explosive finish soon to follow. P.S. I'm told a certain Isabel has made the guest list. Please ensure she's present when the cake is sliced. She will surely erupt with joy. With kind regards, the Doctor. Right. There's a... Right. Never mind. Never mind, never mind. We're done with this.
My life, oh Lucian, please return. Please return.
I pledge my life, oh Lucian, please return.
I'll be the only one to enter now.
I pledge my heart, Lucian, please return.
So I have the amulet.
Something closed the door. Looking at this, I'd say...
Lucian's statue creaks and groans. When it speaks, its voice is stony. It grinds and crackles with magic.
Thou shalt answer 4 questions. Art thou ready?
The magic in the statue dissipates.
I don't recall anything about the questions.
There, a switch.
There's a curious-looking panel discreetly nestled upon the wall. Upon it is a lone button. There's a slot in the center of the button. It looks like something should be placed in it.
Try to fit the toyseller's Sander's amulet.
The amulet fits the slot perfectly. The mechanisms around it begin to glow with source.
Peruse the scroll of atonement and read it out loud.
The button slowly sinks into the wall, as if pushed by an invisible hand. The source fades from the amulet, consumed by the inner mechanisms of the button. Gears turn behind the ancient walls, almost like they're acknowledging the words you spoke. A nearby hatch in the floor unseals itself.
So what the hell is this then? Also, can I recharge this? I'm out of charges. What's this statue thing then?
Hail, Maker, full of...
I think it's setting up people to fail.
There, a switch.
In about 1,000,000 points. But I'm not interested in looting the miner shit anymore. Just a time sink more than anything useful. It's like a fairly big area. I don't even recall the instructions here anymore. As is tradition, I guess. These pictures look terrible at these graphical settings.
The statue reaches the bottom, drops out.
Right, we need to spell power in Room of Death, something along those lines, I guess. Was there anything else? No, this just seems like it's there for looks. Doesn't serve any particular purpose. We could try to up our persuasion too at this point. Would lose intel. I don't give a shit. I might though. Persuasion 6. Not sure if we have the amulet that does that, but I'm sure someone has. Yeah, there's one. We basically would lose damage. Quite a bit of it too. I want Lose's inventory to have it. Just in case. Because if we can make the final battle any easier by doing persuasion checks, we're definitely doing them. I don't want to go looting around too much. I feel like if you're at this point, you're about as good as you're gonna get. Yeah, you might find something interesting here, I suppose, but I don't think that's that should really be your goal at this point. To loot anything.
Budge.
No sign of Lucian's body. Has Dallas beaten us here?
I don't think he ever was supposed to be here. A lot of force fields.
Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it connects to the strange pipework beneath. The Blessed Altar seems to want to be touched.
Lay a hand upon the stone.
The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles behind.
Okay, I get the game we're supposed to play, but how exactly are we supposed to control this? From the looks of it, you have to guide 3 different things to 3 different sources. But I don't understand how I'm supposed to really control this. So what the fuck? How does this in practical terms works?
Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it... A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched. In the space beyond the altar, the pipework shifts.
Space beyond the altar, pipework shifts. Ah. We can at least see two. I have to say I was not expecting to have to play these sort of mini games at this point. Not sure I object to them necessarily, just not expecting them. There's also a treasure chest there for some reason. I wonder how this works if both of these have to use it. It seems like it sort of goes straight through. Doesn't alter the direction in any way. And we do this one at a time. It's not quite so simple, is it? Okay. I think at least two of these need to work. We can see them clearly. The third doesn't seem to have anything. It seems to radiate cold to me. Or does this go in all directions? Or does it go just straight? See if we can activate it and see where things go.
The altar seems to respond.
Yeah, it goes straight. Also, going forward at a snail's pace. So, is there any benefit in just getting one right? Why is it so fucking slow? What's the point? I can't interact with these now, so it's not like I can play against a time or something. Actually, I'm not sure if that's true. You might be able to do exactly that.
A blessed stone altar. In the space beyond the altar.
I doubt it. So the only option at this point is straight, straight, and this, and then it ends, so it cannot be this. Either direct it to right or left, that's all we can do. But if we do that, this has to find another path. Actually, I can't do it like this either. It has to go left. The only way we can go. We'll go straight and then it dies. And it has to go straight again. There is no other way. So it has to go here. Here we can send it up or down. We want to send it up. Or do we? Right. This isn't gonna go anywhere anymore though. So the only... Right, but it could go somewhere. Means that this has to go right. It's the only place it could realistically go. We can switch this around, but that's a dead end. But that's not a possibility. The only other option is this, and it'll go again to a dead end if we do it like this. So it cannot possibly be done like this. Let's try it from the other direction. It's a troublesome one this way too. It can only go here, but this doesn't work. So need to switch it again. We'll go down. But you can only go here. Which leaves this as the only place the other one can go. Do we have to switch these in the middle of everything? That sort of is seeming increasingly likely. Well, the blue one would now work, the blue flame. The healing one would not. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. I don't see how you do these at the same time. Because no matter what you choose, it just doesn't work. So
in the space beyond the altar seems to respond.
Not sure this will achieve a goddamn thing. Also, there's nothing to indicate that that would be even active at this moment. Or do I need to reach them in the correct order? Do I need to provide the... This is supposed to be red. Looks like blood to me, blessed blood, but there's nothing coming out of this one. So is there something you need to do beforehand? It's lasting? Yes. So I feel I achieved step 1. Rebut, Certude. See if we can do it again. So maybe we need to just load the blood there. There's no way I can see this working with all 3 at the same time.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched.
Okay, slate
In
clean.
the pit beyond, things move once more, as if returning to their original position. Then the mechanism... A blessed stone altar. The cool stone in the space beyond the altar.
Right, let's try to direct the blood here. There could be a sequence you need to do here. There's no way we can get them all at the same time, just no way. Maybe we could douse some of them, so it only have one. We could try at least 2. Actually see where the harm in that is. It's doable, why not try to do it? I'll get 2. There's really no way to get 3. Yeah, I'm thinking of the blood, right? Blood will be directed as normal. Blue will be directed as shown. Right. The problem is, how in the hell are you gonna get that. This is a dead end as far as we're currently concerned. It's not feasible. So the only path would be somewhere here, which is dead at this point.
The altar seems to respond.
And there was much rejoicing. How are you going to get the ornate chest though? Maybe you need to direct one of the flows there. Or do something equally clever. Yeah, at least we made progress. And it's puzzles! Puzzles, puzzles. At least something different from the fighting. The Line of Anguish. That's lava. Right, this is gonna be fun. And by fun, I mean the opposite of fun. There's a talking door. This is suspicious.
Venture no farther. Only death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself and flee.
Insist that you want to continue.
To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave. Do not decide in haste.
Yeah, demand passage.
Very well. Embrace thy fate.
Death room, right. We have a solution to this.
Careful now, that's a trap.
Oh, to Arthur's manipulator.
Motherfuckers. They're hovering, so they won't be affected by any of this. Who's next? You.
Moving to tutorial transposition engine.
You're next.
Another one? How many more could there be?
I would imagine quite a few. Who's next? Probably you, yes. Any chance we could just knock you down? Yes, that's actually easy. Doesn't have that much physical armor. Anything else? We might as well challenge him. He's definitely gonna get killed soon.
Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor.
There's no end to them.
I gotta kill him somehow. Or play him out of the fight. Whatever.
Moving to proposed position idiot. Moving to orifice manipulator.
This is what Cleave does.
On moving to involuntary death assistance.
Fuckers are just triggering trap after trap.
No end to them.
If I move him close to Red Prince, he pretty much can't move effectively without getting killed. And we need to get closer to the remaining guy.
Moving to bovine empathy simulator.
Another one. How many more could there be?
For all we know, an infinite goddamn number. Either way, it doesn't particularly matter. We need to get the next guy. He moves, he likely dies.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Yeah, they just keep coming. I have to be able to use switches. Right. They're not particularly powerful though. Probably for good reason. good though. I need to be able to keep this up, so I need to be somewhat careful in what exactly am I throwing here. Save your action points. Gonna be more incoming.
Another one. How many more could there be?
Situation is now under control though, that's the important part. So, we need to spell power with the switches. There's the R. Courage, brio, judgment, intuition. Not sure if we have to throw them in order. I'm gonna assume yes. There's the empathy. Fearlessness. Wisdom. We saved. Let's see if we do have to make them in order or just the correct ones.
This lever works. I felt something shift behind it.
Right. That's the important part, as long as shit works. I think Beast would be a good guy to keep things under control here. Also Red Prince though, because no, we want to use same type of attacks. So Sabine and Red Prince have to just pull the switches. We'll keep things under control. Wisdom switch.
Something happened, I think.
Zeal. Zenagueri. That's what the fuck is that? Potency. That's definitely one.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Yeah, they keep coming. Battle source puppets. Battle source puppet, battle source puppet. Alright. Beetle's not in a fight anymore. Oh fuck. No fuck. Did she press this or not? Well, I just say, I shall look. Let's go sneaking. Strength armor, good one. Strength, finesse, constitution, warfare, polymer. Oh, this is fantastic.
Nice. It feels like that lever did something.
Yeah, we need a what? I think an E maybe? That's it. Where the hell is the E? I don't want to go there. We have plenty of people there. They should highlight all the names. Empty.
Something's happening. That must have been the last lever.
Yeah, I'll take that. Did they all die? Yes. Still not bad. This would have been very tough though without the clue. You have to know exactly what the aim is. This is not something that can be reasonably expected for you to just figure it out. Wand and staff creating components. Right, we got all the stuff we really wanted. How many challenges are we talking about? I do need to look at the armor I picked up. Sabille has it. Right. It has much more strength. Constitution, it has warfare too, which also adds to the damage. And we can put a masterwork rune in it. Yeah, it's a good one. Our current damage is 1237. It's already 70 points more, and it hasn't been put in the strength rune yet. I want a masterwork rune there. It would give us physical armor. Fire resistance might be preferable. We have plenty of potions. Right. More than 100 points of extra damage. And the extra defenses aren't exactly unwelcome either. Automatic save. Crypt of the Divine.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is the point of no return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no middle ground.
Step into your destiny. So, final end game of the game. And we don't even start with a conversation, what a shame. White Magister. White Magister. Yeah. But Dallas has always been a sideshow. Who is it, a portal? It's are they milking source from the guy? And something beyond. We have whatever is here, we have to deal with it, otherwise we can't make any progress. I think I'll leave things here. There's a good possibility that this will go on and on for a long time. Because Dallas, Lucian, Voidwoken, God King, they all have to come together somehow. And it's even in the best case scenario, it's going to be a gigantic clusterfuck of a firefight